everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about my update with my hearing loss. So I'm going to start with what I've been experiencing the last month, well, the month into December and then the first week of January. So let me just start by telling you that in the month of December, I had 3 things happen to me. And so the first one was I lost my hearing for 5 to 10 seconds. So I was playing bingo. And as you know, bingo is a really quiet game, so the only thing you hear is basically they'll call out the numbers. So I was just like sitting down, and now you could either play, with bingo, you could either play electronic machine or you can play. So basically I was sitting there and I just like noticed, I don't know how to describe it, but I basically just lost my hearing. And it's almost, to me, I'll kind of describe it. So basically it's like when you have your, like, let's say you're listening to music and you turn the volume down, all the way down, just like from high to all the way down to low. That's how it kind of felt. It just like felt like it was just like, I could hear, and then it was just like dissipating really fast, and then I was like deaf. So when that happened, my heart dropped so much in my stomach, and I was like trying not to freak out. And I was just like, Jonathan, just keep calm, you know. I don't know, I was just like trying not to freak out and get stressed. So luckily, it only happened between 5 to 10 seconds. And then after that happened, I was like trying to pop my ears. I'm like, okay, was there something stuck in my ears? I didn't have anything stuck in my ears. And I was just like, okay, just take a deep breath, because I know, like my doctor told me, if you get stressed out, that's how you could also lose your hearing too, is just like you're stressing out your body. So I was just like trying to get to my happy place. And then it happened again when I was like watching TV in my room. And this time I was just like, you know, I believe I was like watching Netflix. So I didn't have like the TV on too loud. It was just like moderate. And then it happened again. But this time it was just for like 5 seconds. But the same thing happened. My heart dropped to my stomach, and I was like trying not to freak out. I was like, what is going on? I'm like, I can't hear anything. It was one of the worst feelings to have, and I just like, and grateful that my hearing did come back. So that's been happening to me. That's like, it really scares me, because that's how I lost my hearing the first time, was on my right side. I was watching TV and doing homework, and I was sitting just like upright like this on the couch. And then my hearing just like went, you know, from volume all the way down to low, just like it was gone in 1 minute. And ever since, they try to save my hearing. Of course, I don't know if you watched my other videos, but I have my story on there. So the second thing that's been happening to me is my vertigo's been kind of like acting up. So now that if I like watch TV for long periods of time, if I'm on my iPad, if I'm on my smartphone, anything that has a screen, I start getting dizzy. Like if I'm constantly on there, or even if I'm like on my iPad and I'm like swiping up, just like reading really fast, that will make me really dizzy. And so now I have to kind of like limit myself on just like reading things on my iPad, you know, watching TikTok or just going to Instagram. I have to limit myself because I start getting dizzy. And that's really unfortunate, because also, like when I'm editing my videos, I can't just constantly just stare at the screen. It just makes me dizzy. So what I like to do when that happens is I kind of close my eyes and count for 10 seconds when I start, you know, when I start feeling that dizziness, or if I still start feeling really nauseated. And I just been just like counting 10 seconds, and then most of the time it goes away. If it doesn't go away, I just kind of lay flat in the bed and just like wait till it goes away. And usually it does go away instantly if I just lay down. But if it does last, I'll just lay in my bed for the rest of the day. Another thing too I've been experiencing, number 3, is sometimes I asked my doctor about it. I had a 8-week follow-up, and it was basically like I've been having just like drainage come out of my ear. And it's like liquid. And so at first I thought maybe I had an infection, but it's due to allergies, because I live in the desert, so it's like really dry over here. I don't know, if I asked her and she's not really sure what it could be, but she looked inside my ears and she told me I didn't have an infection, but it is normal. Sometimes you do get water in your ear after you take a shower, but just the drainage freaks me out. And just like the liquid stuff, like I could just be like, right now I'm sitting upright and then my ears start leaking. It's really gross, but it doesn't happen all the time. But in the month of December, it happened a lot. But yeah, I had my follow-up with my doctor, and she was telling me, you know, I was telling her my symptoms I've been having lately. They've just kind of been flaring up. And she told me with the losing my hearing in 10 seconds, like between 5 to 10 seconds, like I was telling her, she said, not, you know, just don't get stressed about it. Just like, because stress will cause you to lose your hearing, which I never knew, but I mean, it makes sense because stress does kill people. She told me, don't stress about it. So I was telling her, okay, I'm going to try doing meditation, you know, just to clear up my mind of things. She told me that if it does happen, she gave me her number to call her, because to save my hearing, there's still a chance between, you have 24 to 48 hours where they can, you know, save your hearing still. They can give you injections, they can give you medication. And she's like, you know, you always have my number, just call me if that lasts longer. And so that just gave me a peace of mind too. But I've also been seeing my PT, you know, for my balancing issues. I've been working with them for almost about 4 months, or maybe actually it's gonna be a little bit longer, probably like 5 months. In February, it's gonna be 6 months. So I've just been working with them just like to regain my balance, to kind of like retrain my brain on different techniques that I can use. Because with me, my biggest thing is like I have this rocking sensation. So I'm always feeling like kind of like this, like I'm on a boat. And so it's just like, even if I lay still, it kind of feels like there's an earthquake in the room, but it's really no earthquake. It's just me with my inner ear issues, just like kind of rocking back and forth like this. Another thing I actually went to the doctor for too was like, I was kind of having like, I didn't personally notice it until like I was watching my videos, but I was having like tremors, like, you know, unusual like moving, like with my, you know, like this kind of movement. And then also I was having my eyes, my PT, well, she's the one that noticed it too. When I was like putting on my shoes, she saw that I was like moving like this really fast. And also she could tell in my eyes that my eyes were going back really rapidly. And I don't really notice it, but I have had, so my PT has told me, other people and friends and family have told me, I have noticed it too. I mean, I don't notice I don't notice it just like, you know, me just talking regularly. I only notice it on video when I see it, when I'm moving like this. And so I don't know, I'm gonna see even neurologist about that soon. And then also I've been snoring a lot lately, and I feel like sometimes like when I do snore, I mean, I don't know if I'm snoring or not, but my partner tells me I've been like waking up like just like gasping for air. So my doctor also wants me to do a sleep study to make sure I don't have sleep apnea, which can be dangerous. So I have that coming up in February, that test, which is kind of nerve-wracking because you have to go there between, I think, 8 or 9, and you stay the night at this facility, and they like put equipment on you to test you to see how you're breathing that night. And then you're there from 8:30 to 6:30, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know how I feel about like sleeping in a facility with all this equipment on me. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I might. But yeah, that's all that's been going on with my hearing loss update. We'll see. I feel like in my last videos, I'm always talking about, I feel like I am definitely losing my hearing on my good ear. I know that's for sure, because it's harder for me to hear people, especially when it's really like there's a lot of loud background noise, or just like it's hard for me to stay focused on that one person. So I have a lot of trouble with that. So I'm working through that still. I am gonna talk to my doctor maybe about getting a hearing aid for my good ear. I'm gonna ask about that. I probably have to get my audiologist to do another hearing test. Even though all this stuff happened to me, I'm still grateful to be here. And I don't wanna sound like I'm complaining, but it's just the symptoms that I go through every day, and I feel like I should share this because there's other people out there that probably have the same similar issues I do. But don't forget to leave your comments below and tell me what you experience or what you're going through. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you. Bye.